All right, Jesse Munoz here for Yakima MTG. Today with me, I've got Geoff Hamasaki.
Hello.
And Ben Stinton.
Stinnett, and hello.
Oh, Stinnett. There's no T in the middle of your name, is there?
Nope.
I think I pronounced that wrong so many times. And I'm even looking at it. You're playing on screen right now. We got last week's Friday Night Magic from March 6th, which was the always lovely Chaos Draft. Chaos Draft. So, I don't want to talk bad about Ron's Coin and Collectibles, but sometimes we have to do Chaos Drafts. It's not the greatest. Usually I leave when we do Chaos Drafts. This one I stayed and recorded, though. So, the way the Chaos Drafts work is they have certain product there. I think we had anything from, like, Dark Ascension to Fate Reforged and Conspiracy.
Yes. Even though we were in Dark Ascent or the Innistrad block, we did not have the option of Innistrad.
No Innistrad. We had Avacyn Restored, and then I think M14 and M15. So what we're watching here is Tyler Billings with an Esper build and Ben with a 5-color monstrosity.
Wow, I like it.
So the one thing about the Chaos Drafts is literally anything can be played. It's hard to play around anything. Ben, do you remember what your first pick was?
Let's see. My first pick, I opened a Conspiracy pack, and I actually took the rare, which was Mirari's Wake.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you play it?
I did. Okay. Absolutely.
That gives all your creatures +1/+1, and you tap double mana?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yes.
So, slow going.
Alarm?
Yeah, Tyler comes out first with 2 tokens with the Raise the Alarms, which was, again, from M15's current set. Ben, your mana seemed pretty good. You've already dropped in Evolving Wilds to fix anything that you got.
Yeah, that mana base was... The whole draft was all messed up, but what can you expect from a Chaos draft, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I was picking off like the Gruul Guild Gate or the Rakdos Guild Gate when I wasn't even sure if I was playing those colors.
So you were taking lands pretty early then?
For the most part, yeah.
Okay. And then just whatever the best card was in the pack?
Well, I tried to go some sort of like blue-green monsters strategy, and I ended up getting cut a little bit harsh on like blue creatures, and it seemed like green spells, and it was just really weird. So I ended up having to pick up any sort of advantage I could possibly get.
Nice.
In any color.
So you just dropped a Gather the Townsfolk, and you have your own 2/1/1 creatures there.
Yep, 2/1/1 humans.
So you've got Esper colors available. Tyler's also is playing Esper, and he's got all of his colors available. Turn 5. And he's got a 2/2 on board. I forget what that does when it comes in.
Stealer Secrets.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's when it deals combat damage to a player, you get to draw a card.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 2/2.
From the Ravnica block, I believe.
Yeah. All right. So Tyler's coming in with all 3 of his creatures. So you trade the 2, block the 1. What do you think of the High Priest?
It's a hit or miss card. It overall it was an underperformer for me, but I was just trying to fill my deck with things that could be good.
Yeah.
And I actually had ways to produce tokens and manifest things, so I was hoping that I would be able to abuse the card itself to get some creative blocks.
Nice.
And that's a Lotus Path Djinn, is that correct?
Yeah, Lotus Path Djinn, and then Tyler follows it up with the Nephalia Sea Kite, which is one of my faves.
So
that was from
2/3
flyers. Yep. The Lotus Path Djinn, though, has Prowess, the bonus. I really like Nephalia Sea Kite. I mean, it's hard to say if it's good or not in a Chaos Draft, because it's a Chaos Draft, but I remember it was first printed, I think, in Dark Ascension, and then again in M14, so... Did I see a Pyrotechnics in your hand?
Yes.
And you also have that draw spell from Fate Reforged, the draw 3 discard
Finest something. I can't quite remember what it's called. Finest
Is that a Thought Scour
no,
also?
Sorry. Yes, that is
Thought
a Thought
Scour.
Scour.
Awesome. So you got a lot going.
It's a cantrip.
Yep. And I usually would end up milling my opponent.
Yeah, unless there's a reason to mill yourself. I don't see anything wrong with milling your opponent. So Tyler drops a 5-drop flyer, which is the Nimbus of the Isles.
Just a 3/3 flyer.
Yep. That was from M15. 3/3 for 5 just doesn't seem that great. But Tyler is
That's coward. There you go. Got him.
planning on taking to the airs. 2 lands go to the yard. And you make your draw. You draw a forest. And you got all your lands. How many lands were you running?
17.
Okay. 17
lands. Yeah, the basic land spread was pretty interesting. I think it went 4-3-2-1-1.
And I see an Innistrad or a Zendikar basic land in your hand too.
Yeah.
Got to spice it up somehow.
All right, Ben taps 4 for the Indrik. Stomping Indrik from Return to Ravnica. Basically just a giant spider.
The good old days of giant spider.
Yeah. That's going to put a little bit of a hole. I mean, right now you have a very, very clogged board. And it's pretty early still. All right, so Tyler's got a Reach of Shadows. Is that what that
looks like
that
it?
is?
Yeah.
Yep.
So takes out the
Djinn. Yep. And brings the beats.
Okay, and then, no risk of this guy's dying unless there's some kind of trick.
Yeah. And block the 3. Smart move there, Ben. Block the 3 power.
Yeah, for a moment there, I thought they were the same power. And Tyler brought it up. And like, are you sure that's your block? It's like, oh no, this is my block. That one's stronger, right?
And you have a Jellin Sphinx here.
Which
Yeah.
is a 1/5 flyer? Is that
1/5
right?
flyer that pumps your team when it attacks.
And it also has vigilance. Very
it does
important.
have vigilance, yes. Well, this is what I ended up doing most of the draft that night too, reading the cards my opponent played. Because I've played with most of these cards. It's just been so long since I've played with a lot of them. So you chose Conspiracy. What packs did you choose?
So I chose a Conspiracy pack, a Dark Ascension pack, and a Dragon's Maze pack. I wanted the Chaos experience. What can I say?
I went Ravnica, Gatecrash, and Theros.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Did you open anything sweet?
My first pick was Angel of Serenity.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, decent card. All right, so in Tyler's, does he have another Reach of Shadows? Is that what that is? It looks like another flyer.
Not sure what's on top there. Is that a...
That's
bird, some kind
Courier
of bird?
Hawk. Yeah, it's a 1/2 flyer from Conspiracy.
Okay.
And I believe it also has vigilance.
Okay. So Tyler's taken to the air. The problem with that, and that would be good, I think, against most decks. Ben has got a 1/5 flyer with vigilance and an in-drink stomp, or whatever that stupid thing is. We'll just call it the giant spider. So he doesn't have like great attacks.
Yeah, I mean, there's no profitable attacks.
And Ben passes the turn. You had Pyrotechnics in your hand, I think, and something else.
Yeah, the 5-costing instant draw card or draw spell from the Fate Reforged, I believe.
Yeah, that's a good one. Draw 3, discard 1.
And I also drew Aether Trade Winds.
Oh.
Yes. Aether Trade Winds.
So Tyler just dropped a 3/3 flyer for 6 mana, also from Conspiracy. 3/4.
3/4 with island cycling.
Oh.
Yeah. I wish he would have cycled for that island.
Yeah. All right, so you draw some cards, discard some lands. You got a Wild Slash in your hand.
And Tyler has how many cards in his hand? No, 1?
He's got, I think, 1 or 2 cards in his hand still. This is a Dauntless River Marshal, is that right?
Okay.
Yes, I believe so.
That allows you to start tapping stuff. And he also gets the bonus because you've got, what is it, a swamp?
A plains.
Or a plain? Oh, okay. Yeah. No, it's island.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
Because he's white, so...
okay, and so you can pay 3 and a blue to tap a creature.
Yep.
Which is pretty sweet, because if you can get 8 mana open, you can start tapping a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Is that a siege in your hand as well?
Yep, the Blue Siege.
Okay, so that's the one where you loot at the start of your upkeep?
You get either loot
or the start of your draw step?
Yeah, if you choose dragons, you get If you choose cons, or you choose dragons, as we see on the screen, that means whenever, it's basically Frost Titan. Whenever your creatures become target of a spell, it costs 2 more, I think. Is that right?
Okay,
Yes.
And why did you choose that over the looting?
Well, honestly, it's because I didn't actually see myself getting through his army,
Okay.
unless I was able to tap down enough of his stuff. So I figured I'd try to protect my own things. That was my line.
Okay, and not
And I also had
yourself out.
the Aether trade winds just in case I felt like I needed to draw cards.
Okay.
Right, so you just detained 2 of your dudes, the Sphinx,
Yeah.
The Justiciar.
Spider. Yep, that card's awesome.
Oh my god, yeah.
2/2 that detains 2. So you're taking a bunch here because there's not really much you can do about it.
Right. I say, ouch. Ouch goes my face.
You took 9.
Roughly.
Yeah, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that was a big swing.
Yeah.
So let's see. Draw for the turn was a forest. So you've got some removal in your hand. You got the Wild Slash still. You've got Pyrotechnics, and what's that last card?
Aether trade winds.
Okay, and that's the one that returns attacking creatures to the hand.
No, that one's I believe Aether Size. Aether
Oh,
Rise.
okay.
The Aether trade winds is an instant where you can return a permanent you control and a permanent your opponent controls to their owner's hand.
Nice. That's also from Conspiracy, I believe.
Yes.
In comes the beats.
Yes, for a massive 4.
Now, okay, so you actually shouldn't be able to attack here, right? With that Sphinx?
Why?
Because it was detained?
Oh. That was, yeah. Yep. Misplay on my part.
Yeah. Okay, so he plays the Barricade, which allows him to bounce a creature, an 0/4. And he's going to bounce the Arrestor dude. Which should be trouble for you, except I take it you've got a response.
Absolutely.
You're not letting that go back to his hand. So you're deciding between are you trying to decide between the Slash and the Pyrotechnics?
Well, the Pyrotechnics is a sorcery, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I kind of misplayed that card a little bit. I assumed that it did something else for its ferocious. I assumed it added 2 more damage for some reason.
Oh, the Wild
So
Slash.
yeah, but that is not the case.
Yeah.
So I played it correctly there, but I tried to play it later in the tournament, and somebody was like, "No, that's not how that works."
All right, so that was good. You actually illegally got in for 1, and then he killed the Barricade with the River Marshal because it's a 3/2, and he gets the +1 bonus from the Sphinx attacking as well.
Right, and so it should have been a 3/2.
Yeah, it should have been a 3/2 attack.
Man, you just.
I don't know if you attack there with 3/2 though. Do you make that same attack? You think?
Well, it's a with the assume
It's a
with
two-
with the
it's a
illegal
2/1.
play. It's a 2/1 that gets a bonus from the ability becoming a 3/2,
Yeah.
and then the +1/+1 from the Sphinx making it a 4/3.
4/3, yeah. But if you couldn't attack with the Sphinx, do you think you attack there with the 3/2?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so. Those
You-
tokens.
Yeah, he'll get 2 tokens to kill it, right?
Oh yeah, I
Mhm.
forgot about the 2 tokens there.
I'm actually surprised he didn't do it that time either.
Well,
Could have traded the bird and the tokens for the River Marshal.
I think that's fine.
Yeah, because the River Marshal is just going to take over the game. If I mean,
Well,
tap
you're
2 things down
you've
every
got 8
turn.
mana on board now,
Yeah.
so Ben can start tapping stuff. You can also bounce stuff as well. Forget about those tokens. All right, so you tap down the 3/3, or the 3/4, excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
which is the biggest thing on board. Is the Nimbus a 3/3?
The Nimbus
Yeah.
is a 3/3.
Yeah. And again, he doesn't really have any attacks here. And he plays out.
Is that a Merc Lurker?
Yeah, it's the Merc Lurker, which is sick because it can give... it gets the bonus because he's got a swamp, and then...
No, he doesn't have a swamp, does he? I don't think so.
Oh, he
He's
doesn't.
got the Scoured
Barrens. No.
Yeah.
Doesn't get the bonus, but he can give creatures lifelink.
Correct, yeah.
So, I feel like you're in a decent spot, Ben. The problem is you're at 7 life, and he's at 20. And there's not much you can do about all those flyers. I mean, you can keep him at bay, but it's not like you can tap him, attack, and then call it good.
Yeah.
You've got 8 mana here, so you can tap 2 things at a time, but it also takes your whole turn. I don't know if Tyler seems like he's playing it right. There's not like, he doesn't have good attacks, especially when you tap everything down.
Alright, you just drew a Soul Summons, which isn't going to do much.
Yeah.
Unless he hits something sweet off of this.
I think it's a land. There's an awesome 2/2 there. It's going to do basically nothing. Do you ever think about using the High Priest sacking any of your dudes at all?
The thought comes up, but I mean, the cards that I actually have in play are just much more valuable in play as they are.
So
if at any point I could have sacked the High Priest, I would have, but it specifies another creature.
Yeah. All right, there's another land.
Gain that life.
Yes, get back up to 8. And again, no real attacks here. I mean, the problem is you can't get aggressive. You can't tap him in an attack.
Right.
And he still's got 2 flyers, so you can't even get a free attack with your 1/5 Vigilance flyer. So Tyler's got 1 in hand. Let's see what it was that he drew. This is the ridiculousness of chaos drafts, though. Just as Richard Garfield wanted.
Man's a genius.
Clogged board states. It's like we're watching GP Miami. Oh, he got a Reach of Shadow. That's a nice draw. Is he running 3 of those? Or is that the second one?
I think that's the second one.
Okay. Goes for the Sphinx kill, and I'm guessing you're going to bounce it.
Darn tootin'.
So you bounce the Sphinx. I'm guessing the biggest creature, or the most expensive creature he has, which is the 3/4 flyer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. And let's clog up that board state again. There comes some attacks. And since he... Again, safe attack, since you can't really do anything here.
Mm-hmm.
You sacrifice the Hawk, the 1/2, and just try to get as much damage in.
Yeah, you're trading, 2 damage for a Hawk?
Yeah.
Oh, who's that?
That is the Aetherize. It returns all attacking creatures to its owner's hand. I was having none of that.
Yeah. So I guess it's good that he didn't attack with the Hawk, but I probably attack there and just get the extra damage in. Maybe not. I don't really know what the right play is. And then, did you just draw? You drew. Let's see. Was it the Wolfbriar Elemental?
Yes, I drew the
Sick.
Wolfbriar Elemental.
That card is sick. Okay, you drop some Pyrotechnics here. Take out the 2 tokens and then the bird. Yep. And now you got to be feeling good about things. I mean, he does have 2 cards in his hand. Oh, and he's got the manifested creature, which obviously isn't much because it's just been sitting there. No attacks there. I guess the Merc Lurker. Does he have a swamp yet?
No swamp.
That's the swamp. It's It's what, a 1/3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The swamp might be actually that manifest.
And here redeploys the troops. So here comes the 3/4 flyer. And tapping something? Tap it.
Why not?
Play it, tap it. And a siege worm? Is that right?
Yes, the 5/5 for 7 with Convoke.
Nice. Let's just clog this thing up a little bit more. But you're gonna drop the. Actually, you could probably drop 2 things here. You get 5 mana because the thing has Convoke. So 3, 4. Are you doing the math? 2, 5, 6, 7. And now, I mean, even now, when you drop this thing, he's only got the 1 flyer, so it doesn't really matter. You can tap your 3 dudes. And
yep. This is the prime opportunity because I just returned all those flyers.
Yeah. Are you regretting that you chose dragons right now?
No, not really.
Alright, so he's got the Sea Kite. He just drew another flyer. The one, I think it's from Dark Ascension that taps a creature when it enters the battlefield.
Man, I love that card.
Yeah, it's sweet. Yeah. I see a Gurmag Angler. Nice. Such random stuff in everyone's deck.
Yeah, Convoke, Delve.
Nimbus of the Mist. That's the one. 2/1 flyer. So you're tapped out. So
he has free reign.
Yeah. So okay. So I would think you would tap down the Sphinx and come in with the 3
For 3. Yeah.
And the siege is only for spells, right? Not abilities?
Yes.
Okay. So taps down the Sphinx. Take a look at the card. All right.
I always got to make sure.
Yeah, here comes the beats. Down to 5. It's not looking good for you, Ben. And here comes a freaking angler. So Worm, you've met your match.
Yes, I was very sad to see that angler come into play.
Again, I feel like if you're not at 5, you're in a really good spot. Because you just start tapping his stuff and start bringing the beats, but you can't. Look at all that crazy land. And there's the Wolfbriar Elemental.
With the kicker, what, 2?
Yeah, 2.
Just to clog the board up just a little bit more. Let's add a couple more. Let's add a couple more wolves.
Because why not?
And what's his? He's a 4/4.
Yes, he's a 4/4.
Jeez.
No other special abilities other than that kicker.
The kicker's awesome though.
Mm-hmm, for sure. And I have that peel in my hand. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm gonna bounce it to my hand and make some more wolves. Nice. I can't wait.
All right, taps. He's got 3 cards. Draws an island. He still has the Sea Kite and the other flyer, the 3/3 flyer. Yeah. And it's just one giant clogged board state. But I know Tyler's dying here because you're at 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, how do I get 5 damage through this? And he's got the flyers, but again, you can start tapping stuff. I think if he finds a way to get rid of your Ruvo Marshal, then he has a chance to win. That's his best chance.
I think he missed one opportunity with that block we discussed earlier.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the 5/5 worm and the 4/4, those are all fine, but those are all on the ground. All right, you draw a Dark Ascension card. You're going to play a werewolf.
That was a werewolf?
Yeah, it's the one that taps for mana, and then when it flips, it has vigilance and taps for double green.
Yeah.
I love that card in limited.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
So you've got that, and you've got a peel. I'm not sure what Tyler's got, if anything.
I think he invested in his hand, didn't he? Oh,
Still
no,
got
there
this.
it is. He's got the Skype.
Oh, there's a card.
The Will of the Naga?
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
All right. The problem, again, is Ben has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana open. So even if he taps down the Sphinx...
Yeah, I think any two of those flyers is lethal, right?
He taps down the Sphinx and the Giant Spider.
Right, but being able to tap the guys before attacks is gonna... He needs to get two of the flyers to attack, and so...
So before he plays the Seekite, he needs to play... Or before he plays the Naga, he needs to get the Seekite on board, right?
Well, even then, he can still tap the 2/3 power flyers and still not do lethal. Right?
Alright, so down goes 1. And down goes the Angler, okay? So
I think he needs to get Ben to tap, down so he only is able to tap one of his guys.
Yeah, I don't know if he can do that though. So, all right.
Oh, is he doing it now?
He's gonna do it. I'd wait to do it on my turn after Ben decides to tap whatever he taps. That's what I would think, at least. Like, play the Seekite, go to attacks, allow Ben to tap whatever creatures he wants to tap, and then see if the Naga's good there.
Looks like he's trying to play the Naga right now, which is, I'm not sure. I don't really
Right.
understand that.
Right, so he's going to tap the two that need to be tapped. Okay.
Right. Oh, and I guess they don't untap, so I guess this is fine.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, that interesting clause. Gosh, Naga's so good.
So, so he can get in here with... No, he can't.
But it's still Ben's turn.
Yeah, I mean, he can only get in for, 2 damage?
Well, if he plays the Seekite now, he's got the mana to put Seekite. Ben taps down 3 of his flyers.
I think just 2, right?
For 2, yeah.
So, okay.
Ben also has Peel.
Right.
Tyler doesn't know that, though. Uh-oh, Ben's getting aggressive? Oh, no. Thinking about it. Yes?
Oh.
Uh-oh, here they come.
So a 4/4 and a 5/5 trample.
If you're Tyler, you don't really have to do anything. You can just take this.
Right.
So it's basically free. It's a free attack for Ben. Is that your thoughts, too?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Free attack. And if he blocks, the more the merrier for me.
Yeah, like this.
It's a win-win for me.
Yeah. There's not really much he can do here. I mean, you probably know the one card he has in his hand is the Seekite.
Okay, so Peel.
Again, the most expensive
The
thing.
6-drop, yeah.
You bounce.
Rebuy the, what was it? Oh, this. Okay, so give it Vigilance. Untap it.
There's a Seekite.
Remove the ability of the Naga and allow myself to have enough mana to tap one thing down.
Yeah, that was a big play. Because now again he's back to. I mean, he has decent attacks here, but you can still tap something down. Tyler drops some military intelligence. Look at this board state; it's ridiculous. Just trying to figure out what the best way to go about this is, and I'm not really sure.
So many lines of play.
There's a ton of lines of play. So
But why is the Seekite in the graveyard? Oh, it's not.
It's not.
That's the manifested card. Okay.
Alright, so he's attacking with the Angler, the Sea Kite.
The swamp. Looks like he showed it to you.
What did you see? What was in your hand?
In my hand?
Yeah.
I don't remember what was in my hand at this point.
Alright, he draws a card from the military intelligence.
Were you talking about the manifest card?
Yeah, it looked like he kind of lifted it up.
Alright, and then blocks.
It was a swamp. You were right.
And he didn't attack with the 2-1 flyer. I'm not sure why.
Alright, drops swamp. He does have the swamp now, so the Murklurker is a 2/4. Plays up the giant flyer. And actually, Ben seems to be a little bit ahead now.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler has no cards in hand.
Alright, so he's got 1, 2. Tyler's got three attacker or 3 blockers.
Werewolf.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 9, 10, 11. So if you tapped 2, you have enough mana to tap 2 things, right?
Yes.
So
I had 10 mana, and I just tapped 2 to play that Scorned Villager, I believe is what it's called.
okay. So if you tap 2 things and attacked with everything, he's not dead then, right?
Tyler?
Yeah.
Oh,
So he blocks.
no.
I don't know,
think
because
so.
a lot of the guys are like 0 power,
Yeah. So
2 power.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, you only had 9. No, wait. If he blocks like the 4/4, it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know. I think it might have been close. I wish I could have seen the board stay a little bit longer because I think it was really close. Alright, so here comes the attacks. He attacks with the Angler, attacks with the Sea Kite, triggers the military intelligence, right? Did we do that yet?
Yeah, I believe so.
Chumps. Alright, gives that lifelink. So Tyler's going to gain 5.
Yeah, he drew the Steeple Rock, the
The
3/1 flyer off of this military intelligence trigger. Ooh, yeah. When he played this card, I was a little worried.
Yeah, this
Not
is
gonna
This
lie.
protector.
Yeah.
You get a
You
4/4
4/4
angel.
flyer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. That was scary.
Jesus. Again, this board state is nuts. Alright, so
What is that in your hand, Ben? Do you know?
It's a Burnished Heart.
The elk. Okay.
Yeah.
we've got enough mana to tap 3 things down now too.
Thank you, Scorned Villager.
Yeah. But even tapping 3 things doesn't, I mean, it prevents him from attacking, but it doesn't do. It just slows things down. That's what it does. Here comes the beats. Alright.
I think this is a bad attack on my part if I decide to make it.
So you don't, I don't know, I don't know if you don't.
When I made that attack, I was thinking I had to try to end the game, but he still has that Murklurker in play,
Yeah.
and he has the Angler, and he made the play last turn, I believe,
Yeah, I've gained some life.
gaining life, so it's basically just nullifying my attack.
Yeah. 2 more flyers in his hand, so Tyler really went all out for the flying. And if he didn't have those 2 things that block flying, this game would have been over a lot longer ago. And it's not even like you have great flyers. You have a 1/5 that blocks everything, and a 2 and a giant spider that blocks everything. All right, so you tap down something. Or something
I tap down the angel, the 3/4, and the 3/3 in the back.
Okay. Triggers the intelligence. So they're tapped. He just isn't tap them.
So double block on the sea kite.
Yeah, that probably wasn't a good idea there.
4/4 on the angler. Is it a wingsteed rider?
Yeah, it's a wingsuit rider. Looks like he gives lifelink to both of his creatures.
Okay.
So he loses the sea kite there. He basically just threw that away for the 2 life gain. I don't know if that's worth it. Gain 7 back up to 13. And what's he drop here? Alright. So what's that? 3/1 flyer?
First strike.
Oh, nice.
Steeple rock, yeah.
Riptide is the draw, is that right?
Yes, that is I believe the Theros Riptide.
Okay. I think he has like 9 or 10 cards left in this. You know, things are
finish this match.
I think things are bleak when you start counting your cards in the library. All right, so the grip tide is basically the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's really close. The grip tide basically is like the same thing as tapping, except you get to bounce it to the top of the library, right?
Yes.
So you can leave the 4 mana up just like you would with as if you were going to tap something. And the draw, I didn't see what it is.
It's an island, I believe.
Okay.
You drew an island.
It's almost bad to grip tie. He's gonna deck slower. You're gonna do it to your own guy.
I think he's up a card too.
Because of the Thought Scour, right?
Well, Ben drew a couple.
But then Tyler drew a couple off of the military intelligence.
That's true. It's really close.
That's Thought Scour doesn't win in the game.
Yeah. So again, you're going to tap something down. 2 flyers. And I guess you're going to bounce the angel since it's a token. That'd be my guess.
Seems good. I mean,
alright, in comes the angler.
Angler's doing work.
Yes, it is. It's been gaining him a ton of life, too. Alright, in comes a 4/4.
The angel.
You remind him to trigger his military intelligence. I like that move there. Oh, you forgot to draw a card? Normally that's what I do. Sorry. Not this time. You're drawing it, buddy. Alright, so you trade the 5/5s. He gives him lifelink.
Yeah.
And he bounces the angel, right?
Okay.
No, you didn't bounce the angel.
Tapped it? What happened?
I think you just blocked it with a 1/5 or something.
Oh, right. The Wingsteed Rider. It's a 2/2 flying heroic.
Fine. Yeah. Tap it down. You're surviving, Ben. That's for sure. And it's actually a good thing now that you didn't do the cons for the siege. Because I think you lose by now.
Mm-hmm.
You're drawing 2 a turn. There's the Burnished Heart.
Don't want to crack that guy.
Yeah.
2 lands out of the deck. I don't even know if you have 2 lands left.
In for 1.
Get there.
We totally missed it. Tyler's back up to 22, now 21. Because of all the life he gained from the Angler and...
Yeah.
the 4/4 when you attack. That was 9 points of.
Yeah, so at this point, I don't think there's any way to race him. You gotta try to just deck him, right?
Is that what you're thinking?
Absolutely.
Just survive.
Yeah.
I think at this point, I only have one more win condition in the deck, or a card that I consider a win condition, and at this point in the game, I'm not gonna be able to get through his wall of flyers.
Yeah.
In time to kill him.
You'd have to hit him 3 times with your whole team to kill him. Not gonna happen.
It's really close though, because he's got a giant board state, and you're only at 5, so just has to sneak in a little bit of damage there. So you tap some things, I'm guessing.
At this point in the match, I'm thinking to myself, why did I play that Burner's Tart? Because I definitely did not leave up Griptide mana.
Yeah. Alright, so you tap the 2 biggest flyers. And he's got 4 flyers available to attack with. And he doesn't have to be worried anymore about the crackback.
Yeah. So right now he's throwing away a couple guys to get a couple damage.
So he's got 2, 4, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, I mean you could block the 3/1.
10, 11. Might as well bring in the 1/1 now too, right?
Freely. Right. And so you're taking 4 in the air.
And double block there. This is close. So the attacks on the ground actually don't even do anything. There's no reason to attack on the ground. It's going to gain some more life. So he threw away his Murklurker. He didn't need to do that. Like the attacks on the ground, there's no way for him to benefit from the attacks on the ground. Ben's down to 1.
Well, now he's got 4 flyers, right?
5 flyers, I believe.
Triggers the
Right,
make
5.
sure he triggers the intelligence again. He just drew a favored winds, or is that what it's called?
Favorable winds.
Favorable winds, which gives all his flyers +1/+1.
And it looks like I just drew a Reckless Scholar.
Is that the looting one?
Yeah, one of the looters.
Bring
like
the
an
beats
01.
for 1. Knocking down to a healthy 26.
Hey, free attacks.
Yeah. Make sure he untaps everything before you tap it down again.
My heart sinks a little bit more.
All right.
There still wasn't anything you could do, though, right? This is just...
Yeah. All right, so he's got you still have the Griptide, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but he can't tap 3 things and Griptide.
We can tap 2 things. Yeah, you can tap 2 things, Griptide, and then you have 2 blockers for everything else, right? 2, 3, good. Those 3s come in. Attacking with all 3. Draws this card, which is a swamp.
Okay.
There you go.
I
Jeez.
totally forgot about the favorable wins on this block, because I could have traded the 2/4 for his Nimbus, or not
if you
traded,
switch
but
them
just
around.
yeah. There it is, there.
I can see how you would think. I mean, that's easy. That's an easy miss, especially with how late we are into the game.
Man, that River Marshal's just
He's
dominating the board.
owning stuff. All right, Tyler drops.
Another flyer?
No, it's a whisk away.
Oh, whisk away. Okay.
Which
puts on the top, right?
Yeah. Again, I almost think.
Huh.
All right, so that's actually not the worst thing to happen for you. Considering it looks like he only has 2 cards left in his library.
Can you whisk away your own guy? I wonder if he should have done it to the Herbalist Protector or whatever.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, he's got 2 cards in his library, and I think he can. It's whisk away target attacking or blocking creature. I'm pretty sure that's what it says. All right, makes his draw. That's going to be game because he just drew a triplicate spirits.
Oh man!
All right, there's the taps.
Yeah.
He still has no attacks here.
Make 3 2/2s. That's pretty brutal.
Yeah. What are you thinking here, Ben?
I'm thinking his deck is so small.
He has how many cards in his library?
He's got 1 card, so he has to win next turn. There's a problem with that, though. All right, Ben drops his land. So, okay, so he's got a military intelligence on the board.
All right, and if you can't draw, then
okay, so he draws.
So he can't attack with multiple creatures.
Yeah, but he has to. I mean, he can't attack with 1 creature either because he can just block it.
Right, but so he attacks her, he's dead, right?
Yeah. I like Ben's motion there. Go ahead.
Wow.
Turn him sideways. Trigger military intelligence.
Oh man. And Tyler's right here saying, it's like, oh man, I read that card earlier and I thought it was a Yume.
Yeah, it's not military intelligence. Just says draw a card if you attack with more than 2 creatures. I think 2 or more creatures. It's not a main ability.
Right.
So Tyler loses the game, and so this is actually it. Ben takes us down 1-0 because we have 1 minute left. So Ben at 1 life.
So the key play was Thought Scour you.
Oh, how silly.